Hey, my MAGA friends. This is Yi from China. Today I was thinking about how you can make your country great again. And I found something interesting that I want to share with you. You know, it's almost 250 years since the Declaration of Independence by your founding fathers. 250. To this number, perhaps you're not very sensitive. But to us, people of China, a country with a history of 5,000 years and many dynasties, this is something unusual. Because few dynasties in history lasted through 250. And those that did were not very far from collapsing. Take the last one, the Qing dynasty, for example. From 1644 to 1911, it lasted for 267 years. So what was it like when it was 250 years old in 1894? Interestingly, it shared three similarities with the Anglo-Saxon dynasty of America in 2025. The first one is the attitude toward trading. The Qing rulers at the time wanted to keep the trading doors shut because they felt they were being taken advantage of by the pro-trade countries such as Britain and America. But Americans at that time were confident Americans. They feared no competition, insisting that the doors should always be open. And you know, your Secretary of State, John Hay, even proposed the open door policy in 1899 to open China. And now the situation is switched. America adopts a policy of protectionism to keep the doors shut because some believe an open market would be dominated by China's 5G networks, smartphones, robots, and electric vehicles. While China, on the other hand, urges for free trade, welcoming American giants such as Boeing, GE, and Tesla. The second similarity is proliferation of drugs. By 1894, Britain had been smuggling opium to China through their East India Company for over 100 years, all in the effort to reverse their long-existing trade deficit. It was a huge success. In 1879, for instance, 6,800 tons of opium were sold to China. And in 1894, roughly 20 million Chinese were junkies. How can a country like this be great? Now look at America. There are about 30 million drug users in total. And last year, 300 died each day from drug abuse, according to CDC. Go to Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia. You will see what I mean. The third similarity is the humiliation from a proxy war. In 1894, Japan invaded Korea, a vassal state at the time, which dragged China into the first Sino-Japanese War. China was defeated, yielding large pieces of territories and huge war reparations to its neighbor, who had always been students, by the way, of China in history. So shocked by the defeat, every Chinese was like, how can we make China great again? Now, the Russia-Ukraine war is coming to an end. We all know it's actually a war between Russia and America. Russia is about to achieve its goals, while America will get nothing, except a budget deficit and the name of provoking wars and abandoning so-called allies. 10 years after Qing dynasty ended, the Chinese Communist Party was born. Within decades, you know, it led a revolution throughout China. And here we are. So how can you make America great again? The answer from history is keep an open mind, stay away from drugs, don't get in a war you cannot finish, and most importantly, stop daydreaming about democracy. And go find a party that truly represents the majority of people. That, my friend, let's talk about in detail next time.